What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to KvltDeFi. This is the channel where we bring you the latest and greatest in innovations and tech in decentralized finance. More specifically on Pulse Chain, and even more specifically, really, in the DevJacob ecosystem on Pulse Chain and on BNB, and soon to be on Solana, and soon to be on Base Chain. Thanks very much for joining me again for our weekly update. It has been a great week for the markets, hasn't it? Really, so far. Wow, I have to say, I'm really. Has the bull run really started, or is this just news that's come off the back of a Trump win? We shall see, but it's looking really good so far, right? Really good. What we're going to do really tonight, like always, really, is cover all of Jacob's different protocols. And really just try and give a bit of an update on where they all are, what's going on, what's happening, next steps, all that sort of thing. I know that a lot of you are gagging for Mafia, same as me, right? But we will get to all of them in time. Let's just jump into the chat here quickly. I see that we had Bob Tilla Dahan was the first one in here. Thanks very much for joining me, Bob. Thanks very much for joining me. It is good to see you too, brother. What is this? Algo is right around the corner. ETH price is looking good. Yes, we will be talking about that too, right? We will talk about that too. And this is the real bull market. Do you think so? Do you think so? I'm not 100% convinced that the full bull market has really started. Obviously we just had we've just had the news, the American election last week. That's obviously good for the market, so everything's going to be pumping like crazy. But really, we need to see. I think if this can last, I would say 2 weeks without any serious pullbacks. I mean, pullbacks are inevitable, small ones, but if we can really see 2 good weeks of absolute smashing it, like we're doing now, then maybe I'll be convinced. Maybe that's just a skeptic in me. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Yes, exactly what Bob said. Trump brought the bulls, right? We know that. We know that he's had a huge impact on this now. Obviously, having a crypto-friendly president in the US is big. Considering this, he said that the US are basically going to add Bitcoin to the balance sheet. I think that is absolutely huge news. We know that RFK Jr. is going to be backing some of that too. He has massive ideas as well for crypto. So hey, make hay while the sun shines, right? I do want to give a special shout out to Pulsican Store. Pulsican Store, I don't know if you guys know about the Pulsican Store. Basically, the unofficial merch store for all things Hex and Pulse Chain, but they basically do giveaways all the time, and they give away these bad boys. Check that out, hex.com, baby. They give away a bunch of these t-shirts recently. Literally all you have to do is pay your shipping and boom, you got a free t-shirt. So I'm actually very happy about that. I'm very happy with this t-shirt. I also have another one over there too, which is, I don't know, it's like a Pulse Chain, but it's like a little man on a rocket ship or something like that. So that's pretty cool. I will throw this banner up here as well. It's got some relevant websites and stuff. But yeah, wow, what a week it's been. Actually, do you know what we'll do? We will have a look at this. Right now, this is, like I say, I'm not 100% convinced. Yes, that the bull market has really started. But good things are happening, right? Good things are happening. So where is that? I just tried to share that screen. Look at this. Look at this, right? This is the last week. This is the last week. Look at that. Look at Cardano. Cardano is absolutely rocking. I think that's come off the news. Basically, Charles Hoskinson was posting to say that he's actually going to be working with the Trump administration on designing their crypto protocols, or whatever way they're going to be approaching it. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't really know too much about Charles, really. I mean, I've seen him on Corey Costa. He was interviewed by Corey Costa a couple of times. and he seems like a very smart cookie. I mean, I don't really know what ADA's been doing, but wow, look at that, 73% up in a week. But if we really look at Hex, right? Hex are 53% in a week, Pulsing are 21%. Link, I like Chainlink. I like Chainlink a lot. Definitely one to watch. Definitely one to watch. Up 30%. But I mean, what can you say about Bitcoin, right? Look at Bitcoin, 1.74 trillion market cap. That is absolutely rocketing. That is rocking and rolling, isn't it? Jesus, rocking and rolling, rocking and rolling. Yes, yeah, exactly right. So Bob has just said here that Elon has pumped Doge to its new all-time high. Yeah, I saw. What's the guy? Slum Doge millionaire. You know that guy? He bought 180,000. I think it's 180 or 130. I can't remember. Let's say 180. He bought $180,000 worth of Doge last cycle, and he rode it up to 2.1 million, I think. And he never sold, and he rode it all the way back down. And I think it was today or yesterday on X. He was basically saying that he hasn't sold anything at all, and he's already back up to. I think he's beaten his high of last time. I think he's up into his 2.1 or 2.3 million or something. He's up at. So he's still going, isn't he? I mean, he's still going and going and going. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Oh, Fast Abdul is here for the tech. Thanks, Abdul. Good to see you. Yeah, Midnight Decipher says this is the disbelief stage. Yeah, it might be that. It might be that. I mean, like I said, I'm not 100% convinced that we're here yet. I think there's still a lot to watch. But I mean, this is really encouraging. This is really, really encouraging stuff. Let me stop sharing that. Yeah, the disbelief stage. Whoa, that's a bit zoomed in. Oh, what do you think about that, guys? What do you think about that? Look at that. KvltDeFi in the house. In the house, baby. Cool. Yeah, so if this is disbelief stage, then so be it. So be it. But we shall have to wait and see. As we know, we have a lot of irons in the fire, don't we, right now? We really have a lot of irons in the fire. So much is going on our end. I like this too, yeah, the Department of Government Efficiency. Apparently, now, again, this is just what I've been seeing on X, but on X, apparently that Elon Musk has pretty much been with Trump every day since he won. So I'm guessing that they're getting all their ducks in a row, right? Say what you want, but I like Elon Musk. I think he's a pretty revolutionary kind of guy. And look, I mean, I always liked RFK Jr. He has some certain points that he makes that kind of makes you really think. But I mean, ultimately, right? Trump, RFK Jr., Elon Musk. I saw this new border czar that the guys have got as well. He seems pretty hardcore, and he seems pretty determined about the whole thing. So hopefully that'll all work out. I mean, do I really care so much about American politics? Not really, but it does have an effect on the world, and I live in the world, so it makes sense. Really, hopefully, we want number to go up, right? Big time. Gary Gensler is going to be gone. As you see, Gary is he stepping down? Well, that's another thing, right? I saw that on X too. I saw that Gary Gensler he wanted to resign. I think this side of Christmas, because he just doesn't want to be fired. Because obviously being fired is, doesn't look too good on the old CV, does it? He won't be putting that up on his LinkedIn, will he? Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see. But there was somebody who's this crypto mama again. This is all stuff that I just read on X. So it looks like someone, Crypto Mama, is going to be replacing Gary Gensler, and she's like extremely pro crypto. People seem to really like her. So we'll have to wait and see again. On that one. Usually what I'll do now, I'll go into Signum, and then I'll go into the casinos, and then I'll go into our other projects, right? But I won't. Signum, basically, right? The latest. Abdul, actually, if you're still here, let us know in the chat what's happening with Signum, because I know that right now things are in audit. That it hasn't come back from audit yet. But Stu told me last week, before my weekly stream last week, I actually reached out to Stu, and he said that yes, things are in audit. When they come out of audit, then the pre-sale will open and the website will actually go live on mainnet. So I guess we're just waiting for things to come back from audit, right? But now I'm not sure. I didn't get any DMs about what I'm going to say. I said it last week, and I'm going to say it again because I didn't get any DMs about it. No one reached out to me, and I was actually quite surprised at that. I thought there would be a lot more. So maybe you guys sort of glanced over it, or maybe you didn't really understand, right? But with the Oracle that's coming around, yes, we want Signum. Yes, we need Signum infrastructure. We need all that. We need all that good stuff. We need it for a bunch of our projects. My understanding from Signum is that the RNG components that we need is not going to be part of the initial launch. It's going to be available a few weeks after official launch. So I'm guessing that kind of pushes us back even more, right? It is a bit concerning, and I believe it has something to do with so the RNG from Teller, actually, it's not actually a Signal thing, it's a Teller thing, right? That's Teller built their RNG based on Bitcoin block times, right? Which are notoriously slower than Ethereum, okay? So if that is this case, then it might be that when this launches, we're still going to have to wait. Because obviously we need extremely fast block times. If that is the situation, boys and girls, then we might be in for a bit of a longer wait. And it breaks my heart to say that, because we know that the RNG we need the RNG for all of our stuff, don't we? All of us. And if the situation is that the RNG isn't up to our expectations, then we're going to have to wait, unless there is another avenue. I'm pretty sure that when it comes along, I'm pretty sure that Jacob will be able to sort that out, or I mean, not sort it out, but I'm pretty sure he's got his head in a swivel right now thinking about all this kind of stuff, because it's a bit of a it's actually really big news. I'm really surprised that no one reached out to me last week about it. So yeah, so Signum will be coming. Signum is coming. Obviously, things are in audit, waiting for all that to come out. Once that launches, then we'll see where we stand. But if it lacks the RNG capabilities that we need, what do we do from then? What do we do? So yeah, but yes, please go over to signum.testnet.run and put in your wallet address. Set up to become one of the reporters over there. Really have a look and help those guys out, really, right? The faster we get all this up and running, the faster we can all get up and running, if you know what I mean. So I mean, it really does make sense to back that as much as we can. Hang on, I've got some notes written down here about it. Yeah. So basically, the RNG it runs on 15-second Bitcoin blocks, right? And that's not obviously fast enough, right? Ethereum is like 3 seconds or something. So we need that part. We need things to be fast and quick. Imagine trying to do something and you have to really wait. Sorry, a bit of a blue screen. Imagine doing it and you have to wait for it just won't work. It just won't work in my mind. It just won't work. And yeah, so okay. And then Bob just said now, if Fetch is still available, yes, but you think the thing is, Bob, Fetch also, don't forget, is a fork of Teller, right? So this block time thing, the Bitcoin block time thing, is a Teller thing, and they're basically, both of these are forks of Teller, right? So if it's if that's the situation, we might be in for a bit of a wait, a bit of a delay. Again, this is absolutely questions that you guys can bring up in the Signum Telegram, right? Have a look at the Signum Telegram, and speak to the guys over there. I was looking. There hasn't really been a lot of ever since Stu put it in there that the audit was underway. We haven't actually had any more updates. Nothing else has been sort of put up there. So I don't know. You guys don't know. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't sound amazing, right? And again, I'm not one of the tech guys by any stretch of the imagination. But to me, if it ain't what we need, what could we do, right? Again, obviously, it would be amazing to have someone like a Chainlink over on Pulse Chain, but Chainlink, when Jacob spoke to them, Jacob is on good terms with them. When Jacob spoke to them previously, they said that they had no intentions of coming over to Pulse Chain just yet. I think it was just because Pulse Chain was too new. They wanted to see what was going to happen. But I actually asked Jacob this question last week when we had a call, and he said that he hasn't spoke to the Chainlink guys in a while. So, Lord Monty Smile, hello Dummy. A bit late. Blame the dog. Okay. Yeah, so what I was saying there, Lord Monty Smythe, was there's Signum Oracle, everything, the audits are underway, but it looks like that we're not going to have the 100% functionality that we require from day one. It looks like that there's going to be a bit of a spanner in the works as far as I'm concerned, the way I think about it, actually. And I mean, and it goes for everyone, right? It goes for everyone. What do you say? He was waiting for his dog to do that. Yeah, so that's that really. So Signum is, this is the big one, right? Well, I mean, we need a decentralized Oracle. We need it, and we need it fast, and we need it for so many of our stuff. Chainlink, boys and girls, if you're out there, if you watch this, if you get to see this, please let us know what can be done, what you can do. If you are one of the Fetch team, or if you're one of the Signum guys, let us know, please. Let us know, because obviously, I mean, even thinking about it, right? If you think about the casino projects, and if you think about Post Predict, and you think about Mafia, all the RNG components that we have would realistically make us the biggest Signum customers, if you like, or protocols. I think without a doubt, I think we by far would be the biggest. So it would be nice for us to know. I mean, I'll reach out to Stu again when it goes live. I mean, I'll be doing another live with Stu. Lord Monty Smile said, maybe Signum, that's bad news. Is it bad news that we don't, because the thing is, we don't know 100% yet, right? This is just based on my understanding of where it is. But it's just because Bitcoin block times are too long. We need Ethereum sort of speeds, and Teller didn't work on Ethereum sort of speeds. It was working on the Bitcoin block time. Bit of a boo-boo, bit of a surprise on our end, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Yeah. In other news, right? Rackham Rochelle is back. Rackham Rochelle is back. That's really good news. There was a lot going on. He sort of disappeared. We found out actually from what he's been saying on his socials that he went through quite a lengthy, difficult divorce, and he had to get his head straight out of all that. But he did say that he never sold. There was a lot of chat. I remember Somi, if you're watching this, Somi, I remember you sort of cut him down pretty bad, actually. And you were saying, that's some of your community had his wallets. They did some wallet detective work and you found out that he was dumping and dumping and dumping when he disappeared. But Rackham has come out and said that it wasn't him. He hasn't done anything, right? So that's that. I did see that Rackham also said, though, someone questioned him about his Saudi investors or something, and he said that they're no longer in the game, so they pulled out. But Rackham is back. Actually, watch. I can't remember what day it is. I think it's in a couple of days' time. He's going to be on with RG Pirate. RG3 Pirate, right? He's going to be on with him, and I'm pretty sure that he'll let everyone know what's going on there. I will let you know, I have reached out to Rackham today, and we're in comms on Telegram. I would really like to do a stream with him, really, because I don't know how much he knows about what we do, right? And really, if we think about DeFi, and if we think about real DeFi, and we think about the teams and the teams and not even just the protocols, but really sort of the teams. If you look at the teams that really, really have something amazing to add to Pulse Chain, I think we have to be top of that list, don't we? Like, we have to be top of that list. We have absolutely everything, and like I'm very fond of saying, I'm very much of the opinion that our dev is better than their dev, right? No matter who it is. I think that Jacob and team are absolutely shit hot at what they do. Excuse my French, but yeah, I think we're rocking and rolling, and I think that our protocols deserve to be saying they absolutely deserve it, right? It's some of them are a few years old, some of them are still in process, right? We will be getting to all of them. I'm just literally just waiting for one thing here on my screen, and then we can get into it, right? But yeah, so Rackham is back. If you're watching this, brother, let's set it up, man. Let's set it up. Later on this week, we know that we have the Tyson and Paul fight, right? The betting's open for that. You should definitely go over to Predict and stick your bet on there. I will bring up the screen just one moment. This is really slow, and I don't know why, but yeah, but I'm looking forward to that. I'm actually going to be. Now, I need to look at the timings, right? Because according to timetables, the fight night starts on Netflix at like 2 a.m. my time, right? So, which means that realistically, the Tyson Paul fight might not be until the following morning. It might be like, so is it really worth me then starting at 2 a.m. and riding it through, or starting earlier and just seeing what happens? You guys let me know. I mean, if I do it, will you guys be here to watch me, right? I know that obviously it's very kind to American times. So obviously it would make sense to do that, but that will make for a very long Friday night for me. Definitely actually Friday night into Saturday morning, but I'd like to do it right. I don't know how I'd be able to. I don't know, can we watch it? Like, could I literally, I mean, like, obviously I have Netflix. Could we watch along together? That's another thing I need to look at. But I like to, right? Because, all right, show of hands in here, right? Who honestly thinks Jake Paul's going to win this? I can tell you that Jacob wants Jake Paul to win, or not that he wants him to win, but he thinks he has a good chance. He thinks he's going to win, right? I am very much an Iron Mike guy, and honestly, I think, and Triplet Dad said this to me on X yesterday. He asked my honest opinion about it, and I stand by this. If Tyson doesn't gas out, if he doesn't gas out too early, I think he's going to break him down. And I think then once he's broken him down, then he's going to beat him up. Right? He's going to break him down and he's going to beat him up. Absolutely. Here, so Lord Monty Smythe said, yes, Tyson all the way. I have to agree with you. And Bob says, Tyson looks motivated and meaner than ever. He does, right? He does. He looks ready. Look, if you think about it, right? He was ready when they were supposed to have fought in July, and he hasn't stopped. Right. I mean, obviously he had that ulcer issue. Yeah, the ultra issue, but he's back, right? And Midnight Decipher said, "Oh, I like the draw." So who was it? I think Carl Froch, the English boxer. I think he came out. He was being interviewed, and he said that it's in the contract that Jake Paul can't lose. But I mean, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. But really, I think Jake Paul is going to get hit by Tyson, and he's going to think, "Oh shit, this old man actually has a bit of pep in his step, right?" Because Tyson's just crushing it. He's just crushing it. Yeah, and actually, if you haven't yet, go on Netflix and watch. They released a 2-episode thing about the training camp and all the rest of it. And yeah, Tyson, he looks mean. He looks mean. He looks hungry. And I don't think his ego will let him lose. So I think all he has to do is catch him right. But then again, saying that, right, I mean, if you watch any of the training videos, like Jake Paul, actually, he doesn't look too shabby either. I mean, he looks like a half decent boxer anyway. I mean, so we'll have to wait and see. I wanted to bring up BNB Pot website, but I won't. But I'm looking at it now myself, right? But I will tell you that the roulette table over on BNB Pot currently has 317,000 BNBP tokens in it, in the liquidity on that table, and that is valued at $102,000, right? So if roulette is your thing, if you like to mess around over on BNB, go and check out BNB Pot and have a look, because there's $102,000 up for grabs on the BNBP roulette table. I can't wait for on-chain bet to come around. I can't wait for that to come around, right? Anyone that doesn't know, I'll tell you now, right? So all the casino projects, so BNB Pot, Pulse Pot, and Predict is still really considered part of the casino project. That is all going to be rebranded, and it's going to be called on-chain.bet. And on-chain.bet, I can tell you, is going to be a pretty big deal in the world of decentralized casinos, decentralized crypto casinos, right? It's going to be a pretty big deal. So, like Lord Montunes might likes me saying, you don't have enough BNB, you don't have enough PLSP, and even though Predict token hasn't launched, yes, you don't have enough Predict token, right? Predict. Let's just talk about that quickly, because someone in the Predict Telegram was asking, is the token out yet? Is the token out yet? Is the token out yet? Right? No, it is not. And the reason it is not, really, because it's not needed yet, right? The platform doesn't need the Predict token yet, right? So while it's not out, you should be using the platform and collecting more, right? Accumulate, just get more and more and more by doing all these different activities on the website. And then when it does launch, you've got a massive bag of them. I think the total supply, actually, we can have a look. In a moment. Actually, I will have a look over here. Is 1.7 billion Predict tokens are currently accrued. So we'll have to just wait and see that. 1 point, wow, that is a hell of a lot. Yes, no, but I mean it, right? I mean it. I really mean it. In my opinion, you don't have enough BNB, you don't have enough PLSP, and you definitely don't have enough Predict, right? If let's just think about it, right? BNB, oh, I've closed the site now, but BNB, don't even know what the price is actually. I haven't looked, but I think Pulse Pot itself, PLSP, I think is around $1.50. Guys, we saw the crypto bubbles, right? We saw how fast things can move. Do you honestly think that when people start earning, when people start cashing out a little bit of winnings from all this price appreciation, that they're not going to start throwing it around? And when they throw it around, people like to gamble. They throw it around, people like to gamble. And we are really the one-stop shop, the world's first truly decentralized crypto casino. And there are more games coming. Obviously, we know you know, Jacob has said previously that he has solved decentralized video slots. That is pretty. I still don't think people really understand the magnitude of that statement, right? Video slots are pretty much the #1 online casino games that are played, and I think the return to player was at 97% or something he was saying. So I think it was even more. So literally, it's like you're being, as Kool-Aid says, you're being paid to be entertained by playing the video slots, right? Because literally you just play, press, you win. I think the way it's going to be set up too, I think the way it's going to be set up is, so you would buy like a package of like 50 spins, say, you know, you buy a package of 50 spins, press the button, and off it goes, bum, 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 and 97, I'd say 97, but I'm not 100%. It might even be 98. The return to player. So a lot of that, you're just being paid to be entertained, right? Before we go any further, I will say, please like and subscribe. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. It costs you nothing, and it helps me out. If you are watching this on X, thank you very much for coming aboard. If you're watching on X, check out Pulsican Store. Pulsican Store on X. They're really, some of the merch that they have is pretty great, and every now and again they do giveaways. I paid, I think, I don't know, $6 or $7 for the postage, and I got this t-shirt. And that's including customs, actually, because it came from the States, and I got charged with a custom fee. So it's all the same. Pretty cool. So yeah, right. So that's that. If you're watching us on Twitch, thanks very much. There are not many of you yet, but the numbers are going to get there. But they're absolutely going to get up there, right? So really, but honestly, I can't thank you all enough for being here and staying with me through all of these. If you haven't, actually, I want to drop some. If you haven't seen my recent video that I uploaded on the channel, on the YouTube channel, called Moon Math, please go and have a look at Moon Math, right? And the numbers, quite honestly, quite shocking and scary. You Mafia guys know the amount of money that can be made in Mafia is it's groundbreaking, actually. And if Pulse was to do just a 10x, and the amount of players grew significantly, and we, you know, there's no reason, absolutely no reason why some of these top families can't be pulling, you know, I mean, okay, Moon Math, right? Moon Math. I'm not a financial advisor, none of that stuff. I'm just a guy on the internet who likes to talk about things that I think are cool, and I think that the Mafia game, Play and Earn, Socialify, GameFi protocol is one of the coolest things that are out there. People are starting to talk about GameFi quite a lot now. It's very quickly becoming a narrative again for this cycle, I've noticed. I was watching, I don't know if you know the guy Superman, Supo Man. He's a crypto content creator. He spent a lot of time today, actually, on one of his lives today, talking about crypto gaming and where it's going. Jesse Eckel, definitely go and check out Jesse Eckel's channel. He did an interview with one of the co-founders of Axie Infinity last week, I think it was, and they talked about gaming. That, you know, if Mafia does what Axie did, then we are, you know, I think Axie is 750 million market cap. So even if, you know, if Pulse did a 10x, let's just say we got to 100 million market cap in a relatively decent amount of time, then 250. The vault payouts will be in the hundreds of thousands every week. That's why you're in it, right? That's why you're all here for. So yeah, really, Bob, thanks very much for being here. I appreciate it. Actually, now that we're talking about Mafia, let's get into a bit of the Telegram stuff, right? Because there's some battles going on Telegram right now. That is the name of the game, right? That is the name of the game. This is a kill and be killed game. You know, and when it involves money and when it involves large amounts of money, realistically, things can definitely get heated, right? Things can absolutely get heated. And we're seeing it quite a lot. We're seeing it quite a lot between Obviously, the top families, right? So we got the Directorate and the OG Alliance going back and forward quite a lot on it. I saw that some of the Gearheads guys were getting pulled in to the bickering the other day. But if you are watching this new and you want to know what Mafia is, go and check out the Telegrams. They're in this banner down below, right? Now, word of warning. If you are new and you go into the Telegram and you see people really arguing, I mean, they're actually arguing. I'm pretty sure that if they were face to face, there will be a few punches thrown, right? That is the name of the game. So don't let it put you off. Don't let it scare you. Don't feel the need to get involved if you're not involved, but it's going to happen. It's designed that way. This game is designed that way, right? So, and I see it's going to get a lot worse before it gets a lot better, right? The closer we get to launch, the more heated these things are going to get until we kind of find a level playing field once the game launches and we see what's happening. I know that there's a bit of a mission out there right now. Bob, actually, you're here. I think there's a mission right now. I think you've got a pretty big target on your back from the outset, as well as a few other people. That is, look, is this one way to look at it? Is this all just banter? Even though it's quite serious, I mean, I get it, right? There's people, money's on the line here. Will all that change by the time we get to launch? Or will it continue into launch and well into after launch? You know, we'll have to wait and see. Here we go. So Bob says huge potential. Yes, the potential is absolutely crazy, absolutely crazy. So please watch the moon math. Actually, I'll put the link in there. I'll put the link up for you. And oh, Bob is saying Max will have no teeth if he talked to us in real life. Well, you see, that's the thing. The level, the level of I don't know, the level of vitriol that's getting spit around in that Mafia chat. It's not for the faint of heart. It's really not for the faint of heart. But that's the name of the game. That is literally the game. Like, you know, that is the game. I'm going to kill you. You're going to kill me. Like, that is the game. You know, but especially when you're starting to play with people's money. And I know some people have invested quite heavily into Mafia. Some people have spent a lot of money getting their families in order and start, you know, and getting, building up their inventories and all that kind of thing. I mean, even right now, right, we're seeing a little bit of a lull. I will say we're seeing a little bit of a lull in the activity on the marketplace. But to be honest, the business items are gone on both chains now. The business items are gone on both chains. So I know that people are saving their keys for the land tiles, right? Land tiles are coming. I have just put, there you go. That is the link for the moon math video that I did. So do me a favor, share that around. The reason that I did that moon math video is I actually have a bunch of videos that I'm going to be dropping, and I want to try and bring things down to a shorter time, right? Because a lot of people have said, especially when I do these streams, a lot of people have said, "Oh, you know, can you do shorter segments because it's difficult to find the information that I want?" You know, for example, if someone's watching this now and they say, "Right, when did he talk about predict?" You're gonna have to skip through and try and find it, that sort of thing. So there are dedicated videos as well, at that, as well as the stuff that gets clipped. Peach to strength. Zana's here. Hey, how's it going? Remember the weekly B&B jackpot is up. I'm not promoting gambling, just a bet. Yes. Honestly, head over to those and have fun. Okay, I have a video coming, and the video is on PulsePot, right? And part of the video, this is I did this a few days ago, and I went in there, and of course, and obviously as I'm doing the video, show people how to do a few bets, right? So I was playing the jackpot game, and I think I did like 5 spins in jackpot game, and it started off relatively quite simple. You know, it was betting small, just betting just to show people how it all worked and how things went around, and explaining how the smart contracts work and all that sort of thing. And I don't know, it's like it seemed to me that there was a bunch of people just sitting on the sidelines, just waiting for new players to come, because as soon as I started betting, I think there was three people in the pot, and all of a sudden, within one round, there was like 7 people, and they all started to bet quite big. They started to bet really big. So even though you see like lulls in the gameplay, jackpot is still rocking and rolling. Over 60,000 rounds done already. I think we burned 4.86%. I was looking earlier, 4.86% of all the PLSP that ever exists is gone already. So we're burning like mad. The token is deflating pretty rapidly, and we haven't even really seen what kind of numbers this can do yet. It's like, I think, what was it, 28 was the high, all-time high so far. I think we're going to absolutely blitz that soon. Blitz it. My prediction now, I know my long-term play, the long-term thinking, my long-term thinking on Pulse Pot, on PLSP token, really has been that it'll get to $500 token. I've always said that. This is $500 should be pretty simple, considering we were at 28. 28 to 500 is not a far jump at all in number of X's, right? Now that on-chain is coming around and everything is going to be brought under one, and then so obviously there'll be a new token, whether the token is called on-chain or bet or whatever it's called, and we don't actually know the supply. So what would be the predictions there? It's impossible for me to say, because I don't know. Right, I don't know what the supply is going to be, but I imagine Jacob would like to keep it similar. So imagine then bringing all the casinos under one roof, different chain deployments. Imagine then if on-chain started with only 1 million tokens. That would be absolutely insane, right? Absolutely insane, because that'll be burnt out of existence so quick. Jesus. Well, I'm going to actually make a note of that. I need to know more about on-chain, the actual tokenomics themselves, right? But obviously, Mafia is sort of our main core first and foremost. We'll get to Mafia in a second. I do want to discuss Algo, okay? PUSD Algo. Now that Rackham is back, I want to speak to Rackham about PUSD Algo, because if anyone would get it, if anyone out there would get the idea that getting an algorithmic stablecoin right is one of the biggest innovations in all of crypto, having a project like that on Pulse Chain, it would make it a flagship product for Pulse Chain. It would just make it a flagship product for Pulse Chain, and we have that product, right? We have that flagship product. We know that it works because there was already a working prototype. All it comes down to really is hitting the sacrifice numbers, because we need to ensure super thick liquidity from the outset. It has to. And obviously we can't expect Jacob to fork up that money himself, right? Just to get things going. So there is a sacrifice currently open. If you're new out there, if you're one of the people that are watching this and you don't know, let me just explain it. Okay, so Jacob and team believe that they have solved the problem that plagues algorithmic stablecoins, right? The problem that Luna had was it minted itself into infinity, had this massive downward death spiral, and it just minted itself into infinity. Through a series of stability miners, Jacob and team believe that they have solved that through adding more token, making it a more tokenized ecosystem, where things feed off each other, balances all that out. When the prototype was running, the peg was held. It was literally like a flat line, like it was like a fucking flat line. It worked. Right? It was the peg was held amazingly, right? The sacrifice wallet for POSD algo changed. I think it was 80% of the sacrifice wallet changed to ETH, bought ETH way back, right? ETH is on the rise now, so in order to help us get to I mean, the $1 million has been sort of the hard cap or the soft cap even for this, really. In order to help us get there, a decision was made to buy ETH, and ETH is starting to move now. So literally, that is starting to move. I've been following the wallet, and I can say that it's starting to move. It's starting to grow. So we will get there quicker, right? Yes, exactly. Giddy up. yeah. So ETH keeps moving, we keep moving. But outside of that, we obviously still need more people. We need more participants, right? So if you sacrifice, using a referral link, POSD algo. Oh, now there you go. Look, I like the way you think there, Lord Monty Smythe. Don Jr. would love that. Didn't John Jr. put a message up on X saying "show me the memes" or something like that? But yeah, so if you sacrifice, you get a referral link, right? And you get a referral link, and that goes anywhere from, I think it's anywhere up to a 20% bonus on top of the sacrifice. Okay, that is the maximum you can get. There are people that have their links out there now. People are doing 10%, sorry, 11%, 15%, and 18, 19%. I think I'm the only one that has the 20% out there. So if you want to sacrifice for a flagship product on Pulse Chain, this has the potential to be literally forked from Pulse Chain to other blockchains because it works. That would be probably the most important protocol in crypto, an algorithmic stablecoin that really works, right? So if you want to sacrifice for that project, you can sacrifice. I would appreciate it if you use anyone's sacrifice link, obviously, right? Because if you use their referral link, they get a bonus, you get the bonus, right? So if it's a thing that you want to 20%, which is the maximum, please use my sacrifice link, okay? I will share this in the chat also for you guys. If you are watching this on X, it is the pinned post on my profile. If you're watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, there you go. It's in the chat right now, okay? Now, that is the 20%, okay? If you sacrifice over $1,000, you get a secondary bonus. And that secondary bonus is an RNG, and that will randomly give you a bonus of 1.01 to a 2x, up to a 2x, right? So the way I like to explain it quite simply, if you were to sacrifice $5,000 for POSD algo, okay, if you use my link, that 20% would mean that you will get $6,000, okay? So you sacrifice 5, you get an extra $1,000 worth of sacrifice by using my link, okay? Because you've sacrificed more than $1,000, right? You then get this secondary bonus, which is the RNG, up to a 2x. So effectively, you could sacrifice $5,000. Using my link, you get $6,000. And then with the RNG times 2, you get $12,000, okay? Or if you're a bigger fish out there, if you're and you want to think about it in different ways, you could sacrifice $50,000. And you could turn that into $120,000. That seems pretty all in, literally in a few seconds, right? So that's so the opportunity is there, right? The opportunity is there. We need to hit the sacrifice. I said this many times, right? Actually, I said this really since the beginning of POSD algo. I am probably most bullish on, out of all the Jacob ecosystem projects, POSD algo is the one that really revs my engine. Right, it revs my engine because it is so innovative. It revs my engine because if you wanted to do marketing for Pulse Chain, what better way to market Pulse Chain than to give a Pulse Chain protocol to the entirety of crypto? Give it to all the blockchains, right? I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? It makes sense to have the best products out there. And if we have the best protocol and our protocol gets forked to other blockchains because people love it so much and it gets recognition over there, And they say, what is this? Where did this come from? Oh, this came from Pulse Chain. Oh, this came from this team of developers who also have X, Y, Z. They also have, you know, the biggest, best, all singing, all dancing, play and earn protocol out there, Mafia. They also have the world's first truly decentralized casino projects too, and that is also multi-chain, and that is onchain.bet. And there are other sneaky things happening with onchain.bet that I can't tell you, but that's the reason why I tell you don't have enough tokens. It's phenomenal. And you got price call betting, and you got sports betting. Like, really, look at this ecosystem that Jacob is building. All innovative tech. A lot of them world's first time round, right? Real innovation, real tech. I mean, if this were a horse race, you'd back that horse, wouldn't you? It's absolutely, you would absolutely back that horse. You absolutely would back that horse. Okay, right, well, that's PUSD Algo, right? So listen, if you want to have a look at PUSD Algo, go postchainusd.io, have a look, read through some of the documentation. Just go on YouTube, type in PUSD Algo or type in postchainusd.io, and you will find Jacob did a few streams a while back when the prototype was up and running on the website. He has a great stream that he did with Hex Token with Superman. Go and have a look at that. I know Superman has it broken down on his website, sorry, on his YouTube playlist. Go and find out more about it, because you know, we talk about how can we get Pulse Chain out there, how can we get more eyes on us. This is how we do it, right? We do it by world's firsts. We do it by innovation like that. We do it by, you know, a team really who I think lead the charge in DeFi. 100%. Never doubted for a second. Yes, I know I am a big evangelist of Jacob and his stuff, because I see the long-term plan. Obviously, we want Mafia here tomorrow. Obviously, we want, you know, on-chain already. Obviously, we want to be on all these other blockchains. Obviously, we want everything launched and everything up and running and all that. But hey, it's coming, right? Time. It takes time. But I will, Jacob, if you are watching this, I will. It would be really nice to have postchainusd.io ready for this bull market, which I am not 100% convinced has really started yet. Right? It would be really, really good to have it. Really good. Really good. Okay, so that's that. Okay, I will talk about Mafia a little bit. Okay, so obviously now we know that what we discussed about Signum has huge ramifications for us over on Mafia, right? I can tell you that today is the 13th. Now it's the 13th. On Friday is the 15th, Tyson Paul fight. The 15th was the date that was planned for the map update to go live. Okay. That was the date that Jacob and team had penciled in, right? They have been doing some RNG testing, and they've been doing some land tiles testing, and they're finishing off a few bits on the graphics for the map. So the map update has been pushed back a little bit. But the good thing is, it was supposed to literally go live in 2 days' time, and Jacob has said, we're kind of basically there, but he's, you know, he just wants to hold back just for a little bit, because there's still, you know, some I's to dot and T's to cross, that sort of thing. So map update, will it be here by the end of this month, which is 2 weeks from now? Don't hold me to it, but I think so. I think it's coming, right? I think it's coming, and I think it's coming, and I think it's going to be bigger than any of us even thought. I think it's going to be better than any of us thought. I know Jacob is going to be dropping some teasers, like, you know, graphics, that sort of thing. He'll be dropping that to us in a short period of time, really. So yeah, so map update is coming. Supposed to be here in 2 days. but pushed back. So it'll be here soon, right? It'll be here really, really soon. And then we can see the massive influx of land tile grabs. This land grab that's coming to Mafia. It's definitely coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing that, because then we can start to do more and more streams again. I know that, you know, things like speaking to some of the other guys. Right now, there isn't really much happening to be doing all the lives and stuff like that. But I have a couple of lives that set up. Hopefully, actually, if there's anyone out there watching this now that wants to join me when I'm streaming the fight night on Friday, you're more than welcome. Reach out and ask. You're more than welcome to jump on. Like I said, I don't know exactly if I'm going to be physically watching with you guys. Like, will I be sharing my Netflix account on my YouTube? I don't even know if that's really allowed, but we'll find something, right? But we will do that. If anyone's out there that wants to, you're more than welcome. Jump on. If anyone out there wants to join the Mafia family, people are still asking me. People have been asking actually in the comments on the Moonmath video and some of the other videos how they can get involved. Go into the telegrams down here. And like I said, don't be scared if you see people arguing in the telegrams. Don't be scared. That's part and parcel of the game, right? That's part of the game. I can tell you that the vault on Pulse Mafia broke 6 billion pulse. We're at 6.01 billion at the moment, right? And that, like I said on the Moonmath video, that just continues to go up, right? By the time we launch, I honestly think that we could be looking at about, between 15 to 20 billion pulse. 15 to 20 billion pulse in that vault by the time the full game launches. Look at what Pulse has done. We saw the crypto bubbles. Look at the Pulse has gone up 30% in a week, and it's going to. And if it continues to go up like it's doing, how much will there be in that vault? Oh my God! Right, it could be close to $1 million, guys. Actually, what am I saying? It'll be easily 20 billion pulse. Actually, I need to go and do this for my own sanity, right? I need to go on crypto bubbles. Hang on. 20 billion pulse. I don't even know what that is at today's price. Where are you, Pulse Chain? Right, 20 billion pulse at today's price is $1.1 million, right? So if the bull market has started and Pulse continues to go up, right? Pulse has gone up. Let's do the monthly. Actually, Pulse has gone up 15% in the last month, right? So let's just say it continues, right? So we got November, December. So let's say by the end of the year, then we could be looking at a double. So it could be $2 million. Let's just say by year end, right? $2 million by year end could be in that vault, ready for people to start taking. Wow. Wow. See, I did my Moonmath video last week before this market started moving, right? So those numbers thrown out. That's the thing. Creating content for you guys over here, it moves so fast. 2 days in crypto was like a week in the real world. Yeah, so 6 billion pulse in the vault. On BNB, the vault is at 203 BNB, right? Actually, I will say there has been some movements around the top families actually over on BNB. So let's go through families 1 to 5. So we have the Syndicate have taken first place. We've taken top spot, right? The Original Gangsters have moved down to second. The Mugnows are in third. The Black Thistles, Richie and his crew over there are in fourth. And the Warriors have taken the 5th place, right? Well done to all of you, right? So we can see actually 1, 2, we got 3 of the OG Alliance family members in the top 5. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, so the Syndicates have moved into top place. Family worth of 192,000. Original Gangsters in second place with a family worth of 170,000. Okay, now that can all change very, very, very quickly. That can all change. Like we could say, we know that there are some massive players out there. sitting on the sidelines, just waiting. If we go over to Pulse Chain side, we can see then top 5 families are the Yakuza, the Gearheads, the Salamancas, the Syndicates, and the Hustlers. Okay, so over on Pulse Chain, the Directorate have 3 families in the top 5, and the other 2 places are the Gearheads, the Gears of War Alliance legions, basically. So it's the Salamancas and the Gearheads. Now, I haven't spoke to Kool-Aid on stream in a while. I'll try to get him on. The Deadites, the newest family in the Gears of War. No, they're not. Yeah, so the Gears of War has now 4 families, right? So they got the Mugnaus Reloaded, it's called. Yeah, so that's actually really interesting stuff. There's going to be a lot more of this moving around. And I guarantee you, when the land tiles come around, we're going to start to see this turnover and turnover and turnover nonstop. It's going to turn over quite a bit. If you want to, delve into Mafia and really have a look, go over to the wiki. Have a look at the in-game wiki. The in-game wiki basically teaches you about the game and what the game is, right? If you want to become a player, like the best player you can be, right? You can see down here in the banner, we have the website that Archie set up is basically called mafia-hq.com. Go over there. That teaches you how to be the best player you possibly can, right? So the in-game wiki is about the game, how the game works. The Mafia HQ is really how to be the best player that you can be for this game. Okay, so I would absolutely suggest you guys go and do that. In the meantime, I will show you this. Let me share the screen. Now, I want you all to go over and have a look at this. This is pulsepredict.io. You can see that the betting is opened for the Tyson fight. We can see right now, look at this, right? Goldfish has come in and he's put $1,000 straight up on Jake Paul. Actually, he's put a few different bets on. So he initially put 125 a few days. That was a few days ago, and then literally yesterday he's come out and he smashed it with another 1,000. Right? He really believes, Goldfish really believes that Jake Paul is going to win this. Right? That definitely means then, look at that. 15 players are betting that Tyson's going to take it. Hello, Juju. I see you there. All right. So if you want to place a bet on Pulse Predict, go and do it. Bet on, if you're betting on Tyson, actually, quite good odds at the minute. I still think, now I've said this a few times, I think that that this match, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano, I think is probably going to be the best fight on that card. I think it's going to be the best fight on that, right? I don't know if you guys saw the YouTube short that I put up a couple of days ago. It was about this, right? Go and look at the Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, their first match, right? Their first fight. Go and have a look at that fight. It was absolute bloodbath, right? It was really arguably the best boxing match in women's boxing history. And I think this, there was a bit of controversy, right? There's a bit of controversy about who won. Katie Taylor did actually win it, but a lot of people have been saying, oh, no, I don't think. Actually, I think even Jake Paul himself said he thought Amanda Serrano was the one that won that. So this rematch is happening. We can see here that actually the odds are in favor of Katie Taylor at the minute. I, obviously, Katie Taylor fan, right? I think she's going to beat her. I think she's going to put her to bed this time, and that is the fight that I'm probably most excited about on this card, right? The Tyson Jake Paul fight, obviously, is going to be second. I don't know these other guys actually. I haven't actually looked, but we can see here. Look, betting's open on all. Get over there and start making. Get your bets in now while you can. The timer. Betting closes in 3 days and 53 minutes, right? So get over there, put your bet in, and put your money where your mouth is, right? Zana's here. He said, put your money on it. Choose who you want to win. I think Tyson's going to win. I think Katie Taylor's going to win. That's what I think, right? I could be wrong. but I don't think I'm wrong this time. So yeah, so go over and do that. Like I said, I will be live on Friday, really showcasing post predict as we go through the fight. It should be made for a good. It really should make for a good night. Actually, it'll be a long night, and I'm looking forward to it. It's going to kind of be similar to when the Ben Armstrong fight card was on, and I streamed through that too. That was one of the really early on days, and I didn't really know what I was doing when it came to streaming. So I was a bit up and down and all around, but we got there in the end, really. But yes, guys, look, thank you very much for staying with me. We're approaching an hour and 7 minutes. If there are any questions that you guys have, let me know. I will do my best to answer them. If you think I don't know the answer, I will find out for you and let you know, right? Okay, if you're watching this on X, please share this around, right? Comment. Tag people, right? Tag people who you think would like these projects. Like I said, if now say this if the bull market has really started like we all expect it to, then this should be the time when you guys should be out there tagging absolutely everyone that you think needs to look at one of the ecosystem protocols that we have, right? Whether it's Mafia, whether it's the casino projects, whether it's PUSD Algo, okay? Now is the time to start getting the eyes on ear. As soon as people start making money, they're going to be looking for places to put that money, right? Whether it's playing on the casino, whether it's buying and staking some of the tokens on the casino. Don't forget, right? All of Jacob's ecosystem projects have staking involved, right? Because we come from the Hex community. Delay gratification. One way to ensure that number go up basically is by locking up a huge amount of your token. I think BNB pot at its height, I think like 69%, 70% of all the BNB tokens are out there were staked away. Number go up because of that, right? Even Pulse pot token staked away, right? PUSD Algo, locking up your tokens. Mafia, staking up your tokens, locking up your tokens, right? This is the kind of thing that we enjoy. It's the kind of thing that we're good at as Hexagons. We're good at. I'm Quattrocinco Club. I am Hexagon. I think you are too, right? So if you're watching this on YouTube, please engage with me in the comments. If it's a thing that you want to look at Mafia, or you want to, really find out what's going on in the whole world of Mafia, how can it work for you if you're a new player? Jump into the telegrams, right? t.me/PLS Mafia, t.me/BNB Mafia game, right? As I said, don't be scared if you see people arguing in the chat. That's part and parcel of the game, right? Don't let it put you off. All the families are actively recruiting. So really, if you're in there and you want to join a family, I'm pretty sure if you type in, how do I join a Mafia family? You're probably going to have a bunch of DMs. Always make sure that the DMs are not from scammers, right? Double check, triple check, make sure you follow the rules. And yeah, I think that's kind of it, really, boys and girls. I am really looking forward to streaming it on Friday. I will be streaming with Moondog as well soon, and I'll be streaming with Richie. That they're separate. As I said, I really want to try and engage with Rackham. Just waiting for if anyone out there has a direct line. I mean, we're in comms on Telegram, but if anyone has the power to nudge him a little bit and listen, I mean, I'd love to have him on stream and introduce him to all this stuff, because we have next level tech, we have next level gigabrain dev team. So we just need to keep rocking and rolling, boys and girls. Okay, that's it from me. I'm going to love you and leave you now. Do the usual thing. I mean, like, subscribe, reach out to me. Let's discuss whatever we have to. I really like this hat, by the way. Look at that. I like that. Yeah, that is kind of it. I guess I will see you all in the next cartoon.
Clifford Ware, it's an honor. Got an anonymous tip, boss? This is it. We stage the heist tonight.
And keep an eye on Kool-Aid. He's been known to water the plants.
Let's keep the plants out of this and focus on the job.
All right, Johnny, I'm sorry.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.